And what is going on, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of Legends Never Die, starring your host, the Legend Crosby. It's going to be an exciting week of some sports. I'm very happy. Merry Christmas, in case I don't catch you guys next week, or if you don't catch the show. We will be doing one Monday, as well as on Christmas Eve. Probably not Christmas Day, but you know how it goes. I want to hang out too. Nonetheless, let's get into some sports for the day. Like I said, it's going to be a good weekend of sports. Got a little bit of everything going on. So let's take a look. Wasn't a lot going on in the basketball community. I don't do preseason games. Okay, let's get that straight. I'm not going to do preseason games unless there's some rookie who is really highlighting the lane. So I'm not really going to get into a whole lot of preseason this, preseason that. Basketball will be back on the 22nd. You guys should be excited for that mess. We will be talking about that on Monday in further detail. But just a quick little legendary salute to Jeremy Lin. He did get the two-way contract with the Golden State Warriors. We're happy to see you back in the league. He's been back in China playing ball. So good to see you back here, Jeremy. Maybe we can get a little bit of that Lin sanity going again, right? So that's all we really got for basketball. We will get into more basketball on Monday. But as of right now, let's move it on over to some football. Let's talk about some news, and we'll get into some of those picks. All right, so we are in the NFL weekend. We do have two games today. We will talk about that more momentarily, as well as we have some news just to go around the league real quick. So starting in Cincinnati, the Bengals are ruling out Brandon Allen for this Monday night's matchup against the Steelers. He is going to be replaced by Ryan Finley. If Cincinnati has any more quarterback problems, I'm assured that I'm going to be getting a call to come in there and fill in those voids. So you guys keep an eye out for that. Sorry, Cincinnati. Burrows looks like a good pick. Just took that L this season. You guys will be fine. Get back on it next season. We'll see what you can do. So good job. Let's see what happens there. The Saints are going to be having Drew Brees back on the field this weekend. I don't think it's a good idea. Going up against the Chiefs, your record is already pretty outstanding. I think you should sit him back for a week, but I'm not the coach. Peyton wants Drew Brees back on the field. Now, they will not be having Michael Thompson this weekend. They are going to be going against Kansas City, like I said, so no Michael Thompson. But they haven't had Michael Thompson for 7 games this year, and they still have, I believe, a 9-3 record. So how much does that really determine anything, to be honest? Moving on to Detroit, Matthew Stafford is bumped up to probable for this weekend for the Lions. They're taking on the Tennessee Titans on Sunday morning. Looks like maybe David Blowe's going to get that start this weekend. No, I doubt it. If he doesn't play, we'll probably see Chase Daniels back on the field. But I'm expecting to see Matthew Stafford get back on there and turn it up and do whatever it is that the Detroit Lions do. And lastly, what we got going on is Alex Smith, sadly. He is still hurt from last week's game. He won't be playing this Sunday. Shout out to Alex Smith. I'm going to be in that man's corner until he retires from football. I like what he's doing back out here on the field. Way to get back. But Dwayne Haskins will be getting that start this weekend. So how do you feel about that, Washington fans? Dwayne Haskins back out there on the field. Good luck. You guys are in charge of your own destiny right now, Washington. You're in first place in that wonderful NFC East, fighting for that coveted 4th seed in the playoffs. So what are you guys going to do? You know, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered over there as far as that quarterback situation. I hope that Alex Smith can get better because even his performances so far hasn't been that great, but it is just his first moment back in the league, so I can't really complain there. But we'll see what happens. That's what they've got going on as far as Washington. We'll see what Dwayne Haskins has to do this weekend. Now let's get into a couple of our picks for the weekend as well as some of our legendary salutes. We will get back to sports in a minute. Why don't you guys meet me right over there? Ladies and gentlemen, we have Saturday games. Be prepared for liftoff today. First game first, the 10-3 Buffalo Bills are going to be taking on the 5-8 Denver Broncos. I like Buffalo in this one. I know they've been having some setbacks these last couple of weeks, but what better way to get yourself back on track than by beating the Denver Broncos? As an AFC West fan, it always makes my team feel good. It'll make their team feel good as well. So we like the Buffalo Bills in this one. Also today, we have the 4-9 Carolina Panthers taking on the 10-3 Green Bay Packers. I expected Carolina to be better than this year. If you take a look here, I put up some numbers comparatively between the two quarterbacks. You see how small the difference is between being a successful quarterback and just being average. They almost have the exact same numbers, yet Aaron Rodgers is through the roof. I like Green Bay on this one. So those are our games for today. Tomorrow, Sunday, fun day, we have the 4-9 Houston Texans taking on the 9-4 Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to go, every time I choose Houston, they screw me over. It's in Indiana. Phillip Rivers used to be my quarterback. I'm going with Phillip Rivers. I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts. We'll take that game. Next on the menu, we have the 5-8 Detroit Lions taking on the 9-4 Tennessee Titans. I gotta like Tennessee in this. They've also been in another one of those little slumps, a couple of lost games here on any given Sunday, right? I'd like to see them get back to form. I'd like to see Mr. Henry go for 150 plus this weekend. I think that is fair for everybody. Let's go with Tennessee. We have the 8-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the 4-9 Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to have to go with Atlanta on this one. I'm going to take Atlanta at home. I know that is a stretch. Sorry, I'm a hater. I'm a homer sometimes. I like Raheem Morris. I want to see him succeed. So I'm going with Atlanta. That's going to be my upset pick of the weekend. We have the 1-12 Jacksonville Jaguars with the Manchurian candidate coming back. He will be playing against the 8-5 Ravens. I like the Ravens in that. We will take that all day long. We have the 6-7 New England Patriots taking on the 6-5 Miami Dolphins. This should be a pretty good game. I really am interested in watching this game tomorrow. This is a head and heart game. I'm going to have to go with Tua. I really want to say Cam Newton, but I have to go with Miami. They just seem to be the better football team right now. I'm not sure what's going on, if there's some long-term problems with Cam Newton's arm, or if this is just what's going to be. We'll have to just see what happens in the future. I'm going to have to take Miami this time. Sorry about that. We have the 6-7 Chicago Bears taking on the 6-7 Minnesota Vikings. This should be another fantastic game. This is one of those games where I wish the North Mid-East of the country still played outdoors so you can get those snowy games, but I totally understand it. I'm not playing. I'm going to have to go with Minnesota. I just think Kirk Cousins is a little more stable than Mitch Trubisky and whatever's going on in that organization we call the Bears. So that's that. The 9-4 Seattle Seahawks are going to be taking on the 6-7 Washington football team. Like I told you, no Alex Smith this weekend, so all day long I'm going with Russell. He's obviously got the keys to that car. Let him go ahead and do his thing. And our final morning game will be the 5-8 San Francisco 49ers. They will be taking on the 4-9 Dallas Cowboys. I got to take San Francisco. As I told you guys in an earlier video, you need to go watch them. I told you I don't project Dallas winning another game this season. I've been wrong about that already, but I don't see them still winning another game this season. So, tough break for them. Hopefully they'll get Dak Prescott back sooner than later. Let's do some of our legendary salutes, and we will come back with our afternoon games and our evening game. This is a segment we like to call Legendary Salutes. We like to talk about a couple of the topics that we probably wouldn't get to on the regular show, but we would still like to shout these people out as well. First, Legendary Salute goes to Kirby Doc. He has earned the captain spot for the Canadian 2021 Junior World Team. Okay, congratulations. Good player, all around good player, good leader as well. So, well-deserved honor. Number 2, legendary salute goes to Alexander Steen. My man is retiring after 15 seasons with the NHL. This is 1,000 games, 622 points, won a Stanley Cup, What a life to live. Ain't nothing better than doing something that you love, and that's why I'm sitting here right now saluting you. Number 3, we have a salute to Randy Moss, saying that he is the best receiver of all time. I love it. I love when that cockiness comes out of an athlete. That is an amazing feat for me. He says that he is number 1, T.O. is number 2, and Jerry Rice is number 3. I dig it all the way down. You guys in the comments, let me know, what do you think the order is of best wide receiver? But that is an awesome salute. I like that. Legendary salutes are always awesome. Let's get back to the rest of these scores. Yes, and everybody's playing this weekend. Those are always the best times of the year, is when all the teams are playing. There's no bye weeks going on. Any given Sunday, you win or you lose. Afternoon games are going to go like this. We have the 4-8-1 Fly Eagles. Fly Philly Eagles. They are taking on the 7-6 Arizona Cardinals. I know I got a lot of friends out there who are Eagle fans. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. Jalen Hurts plays a similar style as Kyler Murray. That defense sees that every single day at practice. I expect them to take over that game. I don't want to say dominate Jalen Hurts, but I don't expect him to get more than 10 points, and I expect Arizona to probably put up 24. I do see this being a bit of a sledgehammer to them. I got Arizona in that one. The 12-1 Kansas City Chiefs are taking on the 10-3 New Orleans Saints. This should be the evening game. Not quite sure why that is. I got Kansas City in this. Even if Drew Brees is back, I don't see them beating Kansas City. Kansas City is an unstoppable monster right now. You have to get to him, knock him off his spot, but you can't because he'll run 10, 15 yards on you. It's a hard game to play. That's why I got all that money. Congratulations and a salute to him. I'm going to take Kansas City in that one. The night game that we do have, which I thought should have been flexed, but it's already Saturday. Don't see him flexing it now. We have the 9-4 Cleveland Browns taking on the 5-8 New York Giants. I got to go with Cleveland. They look good. Running game looks good. Baker Mayfield is managing the football games very well. Yes, he had a spectacular outing the other day. Still don't take him as much more than a manager, but I don't mind that. Many teams have won a Super Bowl with a manager, so that's not a big deal. I'm going to take Cleveland with that one. Those are our games for Saturday and Sunday. We will talk about Monday's game on Monday. Now let us get back to the news. Moving on to hockey. Now, the NHL and the NHLPA are about this close to finalizing terms on a 56-game schedule this season. They are looking to have the preseason start with training camp in January 3rd and the regular season start on January 13th. However, I don't think that they will actually start on the 13th. I'm personally looking for that to be moved back possibly another week. Now, the speculation is this. They'll have their training camp start on January 3rd. There will be no exhibition or preseason games this season, and then they will go right into the season with a 56-game schedule. We'll see how that works. I think that's fair for all parties involved, except for those, unfortunately, in Canada, because they of their travel restrictions due to the Rona. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Now, this isn't the first time that the NHL has had to shorten their season. They did have that stint back in 2012, 2013. They only had a 48-game season that year. So this will be a little bit longer than that year. Revenue is going to be tight for them because they depend a lot on fans in the stands. So this is kind of frustrating for both parties. But, you know, we want to see hockey. Let's get it going. So we'll see what goes on with that. I'm sure the owners will agree on that. And we'll move forward. Maybe some bubbles I could see happening as well. Moving on to the World Junior teams. They're going to be having the World Juniors this weekend. They start off this weekend, and the actual games will kick off December 25th on Christmas Day. So all the teams are meeting up in Edmonton. 8 players on the Germans World Junior team have already been put on the Rona reserve list. So it's as soon as they got off the plane, they were basically hit with a positive test. So they have to quarantine, unfortunately, until December 24th, which hurts them because they won't really get a chance to do any of their exhibition games that are from December 20th to the 24th, and then it actually kicks off the 25th. They're going to face Finland on the 25th, so they better be ready for that. Sweden also had 2 staff members up there in Edmonton also test positive for the Rona. They're on the Rona reserve. So we'll see what happens out there. Shout out to all you guys. Let's get it going with that Junior Hockey League. If you guys need something to watch besides basketball, the World Juniors is always fun. All right, now, one of the other things going on in the hockey world right now, Henry Lindqvist, he is not going to be playing for the Capitals this season. He's got a heart condition. This is very, very sad. The question that I have is this the last time we're going to see him suit up in an NHL uniform? You guys let me know in the comments below what you think about that. This is a 15-year veteran. He did sign a $1.5 million deal in September, but I mean, with a heart condition, you know, he's got a family. I don't see him coming back to the league. So, you know, if that's the case, we will give him his legendary salute when the time comes. But in the meantime, get well soon, Mr. Lindqvist. The Calgary Flames, have signed a restricted free agent defenseman, Oliver Killington. He's got a 1-year, 2-way contract for about $787,000. He was 2015 second-round pick. He's a pretty good defenseman. We'll see how that goes for them. Not a lot of movement going on in hockey, if you guys have been paying attention. It's been very quiet this year, but it's totally understandable due to the Rona. The Florida Panthers, they have signed Anthony Duclair to a 1-year, $1.7 million deal. He was an unrestricted free agent. He's coming over from Ottawa. The Senators didn't want to match that offer, so off he goes to Florida. Last season, he had 23 goals, 17 assists, 66 games. Not a bad runner. They let go of Mike Hoffman, in case you guys didn't know that, but Mike Hoffman's gone. He's still on the market. He's just looking for a bigger deal than what people are trying to give him. So Mike Hoffman, we'll see how that works out. I'm not quite sure where I think he would end up. We'll just have to kind of let that play out, but it'll be very soon over the coming weeks due to the start of the season. Moving on, Stan Bowman. Congratulations to you, sir. He has been named president of hockey operations for the Chicago Blackhawks. Good job. He was their GM, served as their interim GM. Now he's going to be doing double duties. So he'll be their president as well as their general manager. He's been with the team since 2009. He led them to their 3 title runs back in 2010 to 2015, I believe it was. He did run them through those gauntlets as well. So that's a good deal. Congratulations to him, good sir. The Minnesota Wild have made a move since Alex Stalock is out. He's going to be out indefinitely. They have decided to sign the vet Andrew Hammond. They gave him 1-year, 2-way contract. Somebody's got to fill that role, man. Somebody's got to be the net sitter. So he's got an upper body injury. Stalock does. Hammond's been a journeyman throughout the league. He's bounced from this place to that place, but it should at least give him a little bit of stability for this 56-game season. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Minnesota Wild and Mr. Stalock, please get better. Let us talk about a little bit of baseball, and we'll see what else is going on this sports menu. Now, baseball's been making some moves. A lot of pitchers moving around right now. Everybody wants to make sure their bullpen's shored up. You know, that's just the name of the game nowadays. You know, it used to be chicks dig the long ball. Now it's, you know, what's your bullpen going to do for me? So, the Tampa Bay Rays, they have signed the righty Michael Wacha. He's on a 1-year, $3 million deal. Over the 7 seasons that he had with the Cards, he had a 3.98 ERA, so a 3.91 ERA. So he should be a pretty commendable player for them. That's a good pickup. The Rays have also brought back Mike Zunino, the catcher. He's on a 1-year, $3 million deal. So that's a good sticking spot for him. The Chicago Cubs, they have signed the righty reliever Jonathan Holder to a 1-year, $750 deal. He's been with the Yankees over the last 5 seasons. He had his bad campaign last year. He was just under 5 on his ERA. He's averaging about 4.38, so pretty rough year for him last year. Maybe this will be someplace to pick up where he left off before last season. The Giants have signed the righty Anthony DeSclafani to a 1-year, $6 million deal. Now, last season, this man pitched a 7.2 ERA. Whoa! Everybody was walking the bases. But he's usually around like a 3.8 or so, give or take. The Giants pitching rotation, this could really be a good run with those guys. I like what they got going on with Webb, Cueto, bringing him over. So let's see what the Giants can do as far as their pitching is concerned this year. I can see some pretty good things happening. The Angels have signed lefty reliever Alex Claudio. He's on a 1-year, $1.125 million deal. He's got about 3.5 over the last 8 seasons on his ERA. He's a good pitcher, a good reliever. I like that pickup. Like I said, the Angels got to start making some moves. You're wasting Mike Trout's time. They got to start doing some things. I believe these are small steps in the right direction. Maybe we'll see something bigger happen prior to spring training. The Seattle Mariners have signed their righty reliever, Kenyon Middleton. He's on a 1-year, $800,000 deal. So those are the moves that are going on with baseball. We will talk just real quick about some PGA. I told you guys in one of my last videos, I said it to you out loud. I said, pay attention to Tiger Woods' son. Now, I told you, go on YouTube, look up his video of his guy hitting balls. Absolutely amazing. So the PNC is this weekend, okay? This is where you take somebody like a family member with a professional golfer and you guys go run the course together like those celebrity events. You know what I mean? So this weekend, Tiger Woods and his son will both be on display. A lot of great PGA guys will be there on display with their family members. You guys make sure you check out Tiger Woods' son. The kid's got a stroke. The kid's got a stroke. I will not be shocked if he comes into the PGA when he's 18 and starts wrecking the courses. So we'll see what happens there. We have our games, like I told you, tonight. You guys make sure you watch those. There is a UFC fight on at 3. I can't remember who exactly is involved in that, but if the games get boring, I will be switching over to watch the rough stuff. I love me the fights. So that will be our show for today. Thank you guys so much for coming in, tuning in with me. Please make sure you like, you share, you comment. Let me see some of these comments. Subscribe. Push that subscribe button right over the ledge for me. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys Monday again. This is Legends Never Die. I am your host, the Legend Crosby. We'll see you when we see you.